Guitar Buddies, that was a beautiful song from Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years. Great chord sequences, and I played through the whole song because throughout the song there's some subtle changes to the verse and chorus. Okay, so I started by, we've got this electric piano intro. So for this arrangement for acoustic guitar, I started with a major 7 chord. So I'm just playing an A chord as a bar with my first finger and adding my fourth finger or third finger, sorry, on the 4th fret of the E string. Then just playing 2 on the same string, open E. Then I've got an E major 7 chord, so I'm playing 7, 6 on the A and D strings, and 4 and 4. And then just adding my second finger on 5 on the B string to get that melody. And then we're going from a major 7 chord to a minor major 7 chord, so it's a nice major to minor change. So now I'm playing open E, G on 5 on the D string, 4 and 4. And again adding the E note on 5. Then an A minor 7 chord. Then going from D to C, 3 to 1 on the B string. And then playing a C major 7 chord. So I've got 5, 5 by 5, then 3, 2 on the A and D strings, open, open, then add my first finger for C note. I played a D major 6 chord, so I'm playing D, F sharp B, 5 on A, 4 and 4, and then adding a C to make it D7, so adding that C note on 5, and then going to G, C, C, G. So that whole intro section. Okay, and then we're into the chords for the song. So I start with and now it's in 3/4 time, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we've got G, 1, 2, 3, G7, C, and you could play an F7 here. I'll play that later, but for the first time, nice substitution is a C minor 6 chord. So I'm playing 8, 7, 8, 8, 8, no A string. So down the street at night. Then back to G, G. So G to F minor 11, but just before going to the F minor 11, I added a little sus4. Optional, there you go. Just a little C on the B string, sounds nice. So then for F minor 11, I'm playing F on 2, no A string, E on 2 on the D string, A on 2 on the G string, open B. So 1, 2, 3, B. So B7 sus4. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 to B7. So that sus4 on 5 on the B string over the B7 chord to B7. Then to E minor 7. And again 1, 2, little passing chord, E flat 7 to D minor 7, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, G7, C 7 sus 4 to C7, then a C sharp diminished, so that's 4, 5, 3, 5, starting on the A string, and they're still crazy after all these years. So I'm going G, I'd just like to arpeggiate that, still crazy after D6, oh, D7, these, E minor 7, years, back to C sharp diminished, whoa, still G, D6, oh, these years, C minor, just added a little melody there, C, E flat, A, so 5, 4, 5 on the G, B and E strings, back to D6, D7, G, C to G. So I'll just play through that whole kind of first chorus slowly. On the street last night. Crazy after all these years. Well, still crazy after all these years. Okay, so then for the second verse, it's the same but just starts slightly differently. So we start after going. We go back to a C, so rather than starting a G to G7 this time, we start C, 1, 2, and go to a G on the word man, so 1, 2, and 3, 2, and then back to a C, and I just put a little B as a passing tone in there on the third beat of the bar to C, 1, 2, so I've got another to C, F7. So that's the start of the second verse. And then we're back into a repeat of the verse. So just the same as before from this point. And now it changes. So I'm playing 3 bars of a G with an added 9th note on top. So I'm just playing a G, 5, 4, 3, 3, top 4 strings. But sorry, 5, 4, 3, 5, because I'm adding that A note on top. And then just with my thumb, adding a G in the bass. So we've got 3 bars of that. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. And then we're into the bridge. So over an A chord, it's just like very much like the intro. The melody's going G sharp, F sharp, E, D sharp, E, just over an A chord. Yeah. So, starting on the, you could just play an A, just sustain an A major 7, but it's kind of nice to put that little melody in. Yeah. 4 in the morning, crapped out. Then, like the intro, to an E major 7 to E by adding clap down yawning. Then on yawning to E, like the intro, E minor 7 with a major 7 note, the D sharp. So E minor major 7 to E. So same two chords as we played on the intro there. Then we go to a G sharp minor 7, C sharp 9, and 2 bars of F sharp major 7, which just for variety I like to play here, and then just move up to the same chord but in the 9th position. But you could just stay here. Then E minor 7. Da-da. So going from E minor 7 to B major 7 and straight to C major 7. So ba-da, and again ba-da. So then G7. Okay, so then we go 4 times. And we've got lots of kind of orchestration over this bit. We're going from C major to B7, C major, B7, C major, B7, C major, B7. So 4 times. And then we're into the kind of orchestral bit. And that's all over an A minor 7 chord. We've got 8 bars of that. So to make it more interesting, just for kind of a single guitar, what I did was I took the A minor 7 and then just moved through the G scale, the chords based on the G scale, up the neck. So we've got A minor 7, 1, 2, 3. Then we've got a B minor 7 over A. And so I'm always playing an open A note and an open G note and just moving these 2 strings up, the D and the B string. So I'm going from 2 and 1 to 4 and 3, then a C over those same open notes, then a D over the same open notes, 7 and 7, then 9 and 8, a C over those, then a D7 over those, 10 and 10, and a G over those, 12 and 12, back to A minor 7, this time 14 and 11. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's just more interesting than just staying on an A minor 7 chord. And then from that little bridge section, going into the sax solo, which I did a version of for guitar, and the chords for that are A. So 2 bars of A, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. D over A, so just adding 4 and 3 on the G and B strings. 1, 2, 3. D, back to A, back to D, then A, then a little run up A, B, C sharp, so 2, 4 on the A string, D, G, and G for 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, back to D, back to A, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back to A, same run up, then D6, D7, and we're into our last verse. So an unusual last verse because we've got a key change halfway through the verse. So we start the same. G, G7, C, F7, G, sus4, F sharp minor 11, B7, B7 sus4, sorry, to B7. And this is where it changes. Instead of going to an E minor 7, I go to an E major 7. and just on the third beat, 2, played an E7, and that swaps our key to an A. So I've got A. So 1, 2, 3. Then A, adding a C sharp in the bass on 4 on the A string. 1, 2, 3. D. 1, 2, 3. D sharp diminished. So that's 6, 7, 5, 7, starting on the A string. Still crazy. So now I'm playing the same crazy after. So now our little chorus section is now on an A chord rather than a G because we've moved up a tone. So just like before, an A, playing it on 12 with that little arpeggio, or the B, G and E strings. And I did a little chord substitution here. I played an E. Instead of playing an E7, I played an F diminished. Just moving that kind of bass note up. It's quite nice. It's basically an E7 chord, but with a different root. So E6, F diminished, F sharp major 7, D sharp diminished, and again, still crazy. And then we just got 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and A, and crazy. So D, just adding a little G back to D. Still crazy after all. So going back to A, crazy after E, E7, and our last chord A, adding that D, back to A. Okay, so it's lovely chords. Of course, there's lots of chords there. So I've written them out, and I'll put a link to the PDF in the description below. And next we'll take a look at the sax solo, which I did a version of for guitar. So the solo is based around the key of A major. And I started with a simple... So the solo is based around the key of A major. I started with... So I'm just playing E, F sharp, A, B, slide to C sharp. So starting on the D string, 4, 2, 4, 2, slide that up to 6. And then the second time, as we go to a D chord, rather than slide to C sharp, slide 1 semitone higher to D. So... And then I'm playing around this second position for the next lick. So I'm just basically playing around the F sharp minor pentatonic. Doing some bends on the B note. Release. 2, back to B. And a little pull and release again. Then just 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. E, F sharp, A, B, E, F sharp. And again, this is just kind of loosely based on the sax solo, so you can improvise your own version of this just using these notes. But that kind of stuff. And then I moved up the neck and I bent a G sharp up to A. So a semitone bend on 16 to 17. So, and then just playing F sharp on 14, bending back to A. So, that kind of, and then I'm just playing a little lick. Something around this little pattern here, which is a nice little pattern using the F sharp minor pentatonic, which of course is a relative minor of A major. So 14, 12, 14, 12. use those notes, slide down to 10, 11, 10. So some sort of lick around there. I say it's great just to kind of improvise your own version using these two kind of sets of notes, lower in the neck and up the neck. Okay, so that's a little version of the sax part for guitar, and it's a beautiful song, so I hope you enjoy Still Crazy after all these years. And thanks for watching, buddies.